Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host of the program, and today is Monday, June 11th. You are watching us either on cable TV in the Owatonna area, which is Charter Channel 8, or of course, if you would like to watch a show other than on Charter, know of somebody who does not get cable or is out of our cable watching area, they can find us now in many places out on the internet. We have a Facebook page. When you find us there, go ahead and like us, hit the thumbs up, and you will get notifications when we have shows uploaded. And if you just want to go searching for us too and are not using Facebook, YouTube, Google, you're going to find our programs uploaded there too. So a lot of ways to watch what is going on here in the Owatonna area. We do ask that you take note of our email address and our cell phone numbers on the screen throughout the course of the program. That's great ways to get us information, whether it's an event that's going on in the community that we announce at the end of the program, or you have ideas for guests or show topics. We welcome your information to us as well. We have a very good show coming up for you today. A little bit later on in the program, we'll be going out on location to find out a little bit more about LTO's Little Theater of Owatonna's summer production, Three Little Pigs Out West, not just the Three Little Pigs. So some fun twists and turns there that I think you'll have fun learning about and want to go attend the show. Prior to that, though, we'll be back in studio just after our first break. Lukas Madson joins us from the Mayo Clinic Health System-Owatonna, and we'll be talking about the area of the clinic that he focuses on. So let's take this supporter break, and we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty with the Sterling House Assisted Living, a part of Brookdale Senior Living. Our mission is to enrich the lives of those we serve with compassion, respect, excellence, and integrity. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet of Horizon Eye Care Professionals, eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Matthew Butel, and I play Huey.
And I'm Carolyn Stauffer, and I play Pigtail, in LTO's current production of The Three Little Pigs Out West, directed by Jon Terrill and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of The Three Little Pigs Out West will be held Friday and Saturday, June 15th and 16th at 7:30 p.m. with a matinee on Sunday, June 17th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764.
Don't miss LTO's production of Three Little Pigs Out West.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on this Monday, June 11th. And as I promised, Lukas Madson joins us from Mayo Clinic Health System-Owatonna. How are you, Lukas?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Nice to have you on the show. It's wonderful having the clinic as a supporter of ours. We certainly appreciate that. And so let's get to know you and a little bit about what you do at the clinic. I'm fascinated, kind of the area that you work in myself, but a little bit about yourself. Born and raised right here close by in the area, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was raised in Ellendale, Minnesota, and just 10 minutes south here of Owatonna, and continue to live there and enjoy the community.
Went away to school, studied?
Yeah, I went to Gustavus for my undergrad, and then after that went to Concordia University, or St. Paul.
Okay, and you have your master's. Correct?
Yes.
Good for you. A lot of school. And back here at Mayo Clinic Health System, how long have you been with the clinic?
On next Monday will actually be 5 years.
Really?
With Mayo, yeah.
Okay, very nice. Well, we are very glad, as I mentioned prior to going on camera, to have you not only here, but back here in the area, having grown up in the southern Minnesota area, so you kind of understand what we're all about.
Absolutely.
Your position at the clinic is what?
I am the Service Excellence Leader.
Okay.
And so what that means is oftentimes in healthcare we don't think of it as a business, and so it's important though that we get the patient's perspective of their care. So were they satisfied with their experience?
Okay.
And so a large portion of what I do is actually getting the feedback from patients. So we have surveys that go out to our patients. So whenever you come to the clinic or anyone comes to the clinic, we randomly select patients to receive a survey, and we do that through a third-party vendor.
Okay.
Traditionally, or up until recently, it had been Press Ganey, and now we are moving to an Avatar International survey.
Okay. So say I'm one of those patients that comes in and I receive my care and I'm out and I'm one of those that are randomly selected. I receive a written survey that I need to mail in. What kinds of things am I going to be asked?
Sure. So you'll be asked, how was your registration experience?
Okay.
Was it fast or did it meet your expectations? How was your provider experience or how was your experience with the doctor? Did he explain things in terms that you could understand? Did he explain your medications, answer any questions that you may have? We'll also look at follow-up care. So if you do need follow-up care, did you get the information you needed to follow up with those medical professionals that you need?
Okay. I know that it's very important for businesses, and it is sometimes hard, I think, for us to think of the healthcare field as a business. It's very personal to us.
Yes.
It's not just like going and getting your car serviced or something like that, but it's me and myself and my family and my loved ones and our personal care. But it is a business, and really the only way that I know of that a business can get better is to receive that same kind of feedback you're talking about. I mean, if we don't know some of the things where we're falling short, how can we get better?
Absolutely right. And we know that if we don't listen to our customers or to our patients, they have the opportunity to go elsewhere, and we really don't want that. We want to be able to care for our community members and not only help them with their illness, but help them in all aspects of their life and in just wellness in general.
So the survey, I know there are various ways of asking questions. Are some of these closed-ended or multiple choice? I have the opportunity to answer yes, no, or rate on a scale, or we've all taken part in any number of surveys,
Sure.
whether somebody calls us on the phone or, and are there also open-ended opportunities for people to answer things?
Yeah, so the survey is designed when you open the envelope, you'll first get a letter, and that letter will just explain why we're surveying you and the importance of it. And then on the back of that letter is really that open area where you can fill in your perspective. So if you had a negative experience, we want to hear about that. Go ahead and put that in. We also want to hear about the great experiences that you have, because we do have those. We have a lot of those. And that helps us too, because then we're able to go back and tell those employees what a great job they did and really fill up their positive bucket.
Yeah. Well, that's always nice. We don't hear often enough, I don't think, what a great job we're doing, or perhaps tell people often enough what a great job they're doing. So that's a nice opportunity for you to do just that.
Yeah. And so then after that open-ended area, then we really get into those individual questions, and those are rated on a scale. And so you can go to very much disagree to very much agree.
Okay. So you're going to find certain levels of satisfaction in there.
Absolutely.
When you get this information then, and it is valuable, and what percentage of people would you say are surveyed that are coming in, first of all?
That really depends.
Okay.
It really depends on the number of people the provider or the team sees. We know we can't survey everyone,
Right.
but we try and get a percentage. Okay. And I would say that we try and get about 20 to 30%.
Okay. That's a good representative sampling. Then you take that information, and obviously it funnels into an area that you're able to analyze it in some way. Then what?
Well, then what we do is we look at it and say, what is it that is really either satisfying or dissatisfying our patients, and then what are some things that we can do to make it better? Okay. So, for example, we had heard loud and clear through our surveys that our patients felt that our wait time was too long. Now, we know we can't just snap our finger and make that wait time shorter, but what we did then was we started looking at, well, what are the things that impact the wait time, and what are some things that we can do to lessen that wait time? Because we know that our patients' time is just as valuable as ours. And so we want to make sure that we get them the services they need at a high level in a timely manner.
Okay. Anything else that came up as something that you're currently working on?
Sure. So we're also looking right now at, we've heard that our telephone system could be improved. So the telephones, we're looking at How can we improve that? Because if you can't call in and make an appointment, that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
And we want to get you in and make sure that your healthcare needs are met.
Okay. So you just kind of collect that information and then look at things. Do you ever, I would imagine that you do, but do you, since they're coming in from different departments and say this particular area of care is doing a lot of things right, I don't want you to go into detail here, but this area is maybe falling a little bit short. Do you look at some of those examples and say, okay, how can we make this area operate like this one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And actually, we not only look just within our own organization, but we look across Mayo and then even across the industry. So what are the best practices in healthcare that we can implement here to make sure that our patients have the best possible experience?
How about, I'm sure it's anonymity if we want it, anonymous on the survey. Don't necessarily have to fill in who I am or what that I need to be contacted. But what if somebody does give a contact? What if they have an issue? Are you able to follow up then with them and they leave their contact information?
Absolutely. So if on the back of that page they fill out that they are dissatisfied, there's that opportunity to put their name and their number, so that we're able to contact them so that we can remedy the situation if possible.
Or at least just listen.
Absolutely.
To a little bit more. Sometimes
Absolutely.
people need a little bit more than just writing it down on a piece of paper. They simply want to be heard by someone and to talk about the situation, which is sometimes difficult to communicate on paper too. So.
Absolutely, and we are more than willing to listen because we know that you're an important role in our work. Without you, we could not survive.
I think this is a wonderful opportunity for us, those of us that utilize our clinic here, and it's wonderful to have it here, and we don't want it to go away, so we want you to be doing the best job for us. We want to continue going there, and we want to encourage people, if you get that survey, to certainly fill it out, send it in. It's very important for you to have that information.
Absolutely. It's so important that if you get a survey in the mail, that you fill it out and return it to us. It's the only way that we know that we can hear from you on how we can do better.
Okay. Let's talk just briefly before we wrap up about AIDIT. When we come into the clinic, we're going to meet that acronym. What is it?
Sure. So AIDIT is an acronym that stands for Acknowledge, Introduce, Duration, Explanation, and Thank You. Okay. So everyone that we encounter, we should be acknowledging and saying hello and good morning and good evening. We should be introducing ourselves so that if we're not familiar with you, we know. We should be giving a duration of how long things are going to take. We should be giving you an explanation in terms that you can understand. And of course, we want to thank you, because without you, we could not be here.
Well, we will notice that I will notice it the next time I go in, and I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, and wonderful to have a part of our clinic that is dedicated to our service experience. And so thanks for all of your hard work, Lukas. And we look forward to always new and better things at Mayo Clinic Health System-Owatonna. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, we'll take a break for our supporters, and then we'll head out on location to find out about those 3 little pigs out west.
I'm Diane Wilson of Profinium Financial, the bank that helps you achieve your financial dreams. Profinium Financial is proud to be a supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Ann Plaskanko here from Senior Place. Senior Place has new hours. Mondays and Fridays we're open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Participate in Zumba Gold, Bike Club, table tennis, computer classes, speakers, and much more. Don't forget the Senior Place Partnership Program with 39 businesses giving discounts and incentives with your Senior Place membership card. Membership is only $35 for the year, which comes to just $3 a month to be a member. Consider joining us today.
Hello, I'm Matthew Camp, the new plastic surgeon at Mayo Clinic Health System of Owatonna and Albert Lee. I trained in medical school at Wake Forest in North Carolina and completed plastic surgery training in Southern California at Loma Linda. Plastic surgeons provide a wide range of aesthetic and reconstructive surgery. We operate from head to toe. I look forward to meeting you.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bednar with Summit Mortgage, and I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career. Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us out on location for the Owatonna Today show. We are, of course, as I mentioned all the time, at one of our very favorite places, Little Theater of Owatonna, and I have with me
Jon Terrill.
And also
Philomena Foxoven.
And
Isaiah Meixner.
Okay, and we're going to get back to our characters here in just a minute, but we want to talk to our director first. And Jon, let's talk about the play. It is The Three Little Pigs Out West.
Out West, yes. It's a sequel. And though you didn't know this, they decided to get away from the big bad wolf, so they decided to go out west to a dude ranch.
All right. I can just, in my mind's eye, I can't even picture, I don't think, the fun and excitement that's going to be going on stage here. So the premise of it is they've headed out west, they're on a dude ranch, and without giving too much away, what kinds of experiences can you talk about?
Well, the dude ranch isn't really a dude ranch. You'll have to come and see for yourself what it is. And also the wolves, actually the big bad wolf, has followed them out to the dude ranch.
Well, of course, that's what big bad wolves do.
Of course. And then at the end there's a huff and puffin' rodeo and all the problems are solved, but we won't give away how that works.
Okay, and we'll be talking to our characters a little bit more. Jon, tell us again your experience with LTO or with theater overall.
Well, I've been probably about 22 years now doing Little Theater of Owatonna.
Just a little. Okay.
Just a little, and this is about my 9th production. So, as far as directing.
Directing, all right. And how is this one? Have you done any of the children's ones?
Oh yes,
before?
I did Pied Piper.
Okay, I can't remember. We've talked to you before, but I just can't remember in what capacity.
Not a problem. Anne of Green Gables and Puss in Boots, and now this. This is my 4th children's show.
Do you jump to the opportunity to work with the kids?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, because it's challenging.
Well, the thing is that like kids shows, you know, like with an adult show or more serious, it's got to be more real to life. Here we can do whatever. It can be as imaginative and creative as possible. So
that is true because you're working with kids. So how big is the cast?
It's 15 people.
All right, and they range from what to what?
It's ages 8 to 12.
Okay, and I understand there's really only one person in it. Everybody else is animals, creatures of some sort?
Actually, all the characters are animals.
There's no people?
There are no...
There was a little girl that was a human.
Well, oh, that's true. There's Little Red Riding Hood.
Sorry, I didn't mean to trip you up, but
No,
somebody
but
told me earlier that there was maybe
she's the only one. She's like the only quote person, but you know.
And they range in age from
8 to 12.
8 to 12, you said? Okay, and that's who's doing all of it. So, any particular challenges that came along with this production? It's a musical, I should say.
It's
too.
a musical too. So you know, you have to balance between acting and doing all the musical as well too, and the dancing. So we've had some nights where all we're doing is dancing, singing. Other nights we're doing acting, singing. So.
Okay. And at the time this airs, we want to remind folks it's going to be the performances are going to be starting on June 15th, and we'll relay those again here at the end of our segment, so we make sure that people know. And of course, we have our helpers here that are going to do a supporter message for us too. So let's give credit also where other credit is due. The helpers that you have behind the scenes, around the scenes. We met your musical director, and in fact, I can hear some music going on downstairs.
Yep. We have a couple new people. My musical director is Larry Ostermeyer, and Christy Westergaard is a first-time piano player to the LTO stage, but has many years of experience. Okay. And then locally, Megan Proft, who does a lot of choreography for the area, is our choreographer. Okay. And the kids have just really come together doing all that. And then I have there's I guess I'd call us the Four Amigos. We've all been doing the same shows always. It's my wife, who's my set designer, Keith Wollenhouse, who builds my sets, and Mary Butler-Fraser, who's my technical director. And then a whole bunch of other people who are helping us out, getting props, and I just can't say enough about how everybody's been doing. So.
You know, when a formula works, you put a team together like that, you just stick with it, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah, that works. So we definitely want to meet and get to know these two a little bit more. And again, tell us your name one more time, your real name.
Philomena Foxoven.
Okay, and what is the character that you play, Philomena?
Baby Bear.
And what kind of a role does Baby Bear have in this production?
He has more of a funny one, and he has more of like a Western, just like character.
Okay, he's a Western character. Yeah. What is your theater experience before this? Is this your first one, or you've got a few under your belt?
Well, we're homeschooled, so I've done a couple homeschool plays. Okay. And I did one at the Paradise Theater. It wasn't actually a play, it was more like a little skit thing.
Okay.
But
a little skit thing. Do you get to sing too?
I've never sang in any of my plays.
Okay. But do you get to for this one?
Yes, I do.
All right. And dance?
Yes.
How's that going?
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Going well? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you like most about being in this one?
I like this one the most because it's a musical, and I love to sing, and I love to dance, and I love being a funny character because I'm always like that because I have a huge relative family, and so I'm always funny around them.
You are. Comedy runs in your blood, then. You can't help being funny. Well, good for you. You picked a good production to be in, and we're looking forward to seeing you as Big Bear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to reach over you, as I told you I was going to, and tell us again your name.
Isaiah Meixner.
Okay, and Isaiah, what character do you play?
I play the big bad wolf.
Ooh, we heard you might be bigger and badder than ever because you followed them out west, right?
Mm-hmm. And I also have a cousin in this one, and I am allergic to pigs, so...
Wait, you don't have a real cousin in this one. You have a wolf cousin in this one, right? You have a character wolf cousin, and how big and bad is that one?
Really bad, badder than me.
Oh, no! You seem like such a mild-mannered young man. Is it tough to play the big bad wolf?
Not really.
Okay. So what's your theater experience prior to this?
I've played in Charlotte's Web, the one last year, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay. What do you like best about working in Three Little Pigs Out West?
I get to be kind of the one who's a scaredy cat.
Okay.
And I'm also have some funny lines in this, but I like being kind of weird and stuff like that, so kind of out there or something like that.
I forgot to ask, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 11.
You're 11. Okay, so you're on the top end of the kids here too. So what do you really like working on this one, and you think you'll be in more productions after this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds like it's a good fit for you. And I forgot to ask you how old you are too.
I'm 10.
You're 10 and 11. Well, congratulations on getting the roles. It's going to be a great performance, and it sounds like you guys are liking it and doing the right things. Singing and dancing going well for you too?
Yep.
Okay, good. Well, we want to make sure we let people know, if you've seen the posters, this is what they look like, Three Little Pigs Out West. And John, let's remind people of when this is, when the performances are.
It's Friday, June 15th, that weekend, and 7:30 on that Friday and Saturday, and then a 2 o'clock matinee on Sunday the 17th, and then the following Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which is June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, we open at 7:30.
Okay, so little LTO box office, of course, is 451-0764, and you can call for tickets. Hopefully, if you're a season ticket holder, you've heard about the play already and have your tickets, but a lot of opportunities to see the Three Little Pigs Out West, and it's, oh my goodness, we have some extra time. What should we talk about? I don't even know. Who else is in here that we can grab up on stage? Who are you? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Come here. Somebody's kind of excited. Can you tell me your name?
Jackson?
Can you turn toward the camera? There you go, and I'll help you. And Jackson, Jackson what?
Human.
And how old are you?
7.
And what role?
8.
Did you just have a birthday and forget?
Yep.
Okay. Well, congratulations, happy birthday. What do you play in this play?
A horse.
A horse. And what does your horse get to do that's particularly notable, besides talk?
Sing.
Sing. Do you like the singing part?
Yes.
Do you want to give us you seem like an outgoing young man. Do you want to give us a little sample? You want to sing a little something?
No.
Oh, come on. None of you do. Do you get to dance too?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have theater experience before this?
Yep.
Okay, what were you in before?
A bunch of plays.
Can you name any of them?
Can I talk about one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was this one where there was this brat, and I was the nerd, and she was bumping me, and then we had to be science partners, and then she was like, really? And then at the end, there was this ghost haunting her, and then she came good, and then we were friends.
Very nice. Well, we look forward to seeing you, the horse, in this play, and it sounds like they have no trouble getting the actor out of you, right?
Yep.
And watch for the cameo roles with the prairie dogs.
Cameo roles with the prairie dogs. I don't even know what that could possibly mean. Little Theater of Owatonna presenting The Three Little Pigs Out West starting June 15th, 16th, Sunday matinee, and then continuing 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We're very happy to interview all of you. Have a great show, break a leg, and we're going to hope for a good one. As always, Jon Terrill, thanks so much for directing, and thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks to our Owatonna Today Show viewers. I might have to cut you off. What'd you have?
If we break a leg, we can't be in here.
It's just a term, and I'm supposed to tell you that if you break a leg, that's a good luck thing in theater.
Oh.
Okay, there you go. From Little Theater of Owatonna, thanks to our Owatonna Today Show viewers for joining us.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Do you know how to safely dispose of your expired or unused prescription and non-prescription medications? Not by flushing them down the toilet or putting them in the garbage. Doing so pollutes our rivers, streams, and drinking water supply. Take it to the box instead for safe, secure disposal. It's easy. Bring your unused medications in their original containers to the drop-off locations listed on the screen and drop them in the Take It to the Box drop box. Proper disposal of unwanted medications keeps them out of the hands of children and out of our environment. This is a message from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Jan Hansen, and I am at A+ So and Back, the fun place to be. We are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
And it's time to wrap up our program. As you can see, there's a lot of energy and spunk in that Little Theater of Owatonna production, can't you? It'll be a fun one. A few reminders to pass along to you. Catholic Daughters Court 1180 will be hosting the installation of officers for the district at 6:30 at Sacred Heart Church tomorrow, Tuesday, June 12th. All members and guests are invited to attend. Ramona Wesley is the one to contact if you have questions about Catholic Daughters or that event, 451-5047. Born Learning Program, Lori Evenson will be conducting the third in a series of free classes. These are for pregnant mothers or those with children birth to 6 months. There's one coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, June 12th. It's all about car seat safety. This, again, is a free class and open to those individuals. It will be held at 560 Donnell Drive on the second floor conference room. That will be again tomorrow, Tuesday, from 6 to 8. If you have questions or would like to be involved in that class or need to know more about the Born Learning Program, Lori is the one to call at 676-0889, 676-0889. The 8th Annual Children's Safety Fair will be going on starting this Wednesday, June 13th from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Steele County Fairgrounds in the Four Seasons building. So if you see all the activity going on out there, or I think sometimes they're down at Lake Colmeyer as well, in any case, they are preparing for a safe summer. All those kids will be doing bike obstacle courses and police cars, Gold Cross Ambulance, Safety House, Mayo 1 helicopter, and all those things going on. So be aware of that and be aware of the fact that those kids are learning some really good things to keep them safe this summer. Steele County Historical Society is offering their roundtable discussion on Beaver Lake. That will be this Thursday, June 14th at the History Center, 1700 Austin Road. Topic is Beaver Lake, and the MC is Todd Hale. Panelists include Bob Hansen, Barb Mrotz, Noreen Jensen, Lloyd Kaplan, and Bill Kotke. Presentation begins at 7 in the Wagner Room of the History Center, and then the discussion will correlate with the Beaver Lake exhibit that is currently on display. Call the History Center for more information about that, 451-1420. Coming up on Wednesday's program, we hope you join us. We will have our furry friends with us with the Steele County Humane Society and information to pass along from them. And also we'll have our regular update from the Owatonna Police Department. So until then, have a great day. We'll see you Wednesday.